What if I were to tell you that nearly everything you have been taught about the attainment of success, wealth, and profound achievement is fundamentally backwards? Our society is built upon a grand illusion, a philosophy of relentless pursuit. We are taught to chase our goals, to hustle, to grind, to pursue our dreams with a desperate outward effort, hoping that one day our external world will finally concede and grant us the victory we so ardently seek. We chase money, we chase recognition, we chase happiness. But chasing, by its very nature, implies that what you desire is separate from you, that it is running away from you. This is a philosophy of scarcity, of lack. It is a philosophy of seeking validation and permission from a world outside of yourself. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and creators throughout human history, however, operated from a different plane of understanding. From the industrial titans like Andrew Carnegie and Henry Ford to the spiritual masters who shaped civilizations, they all understood a profound and counterintuitive secret, a great reversal of this common logic. They understood that success is not something you chase, it is something you embody. It is not a destination you arrive at, but a state of being from which you operate. And this, my friends, is the foundational principle of the mentality X factor. The core law is this: your external, physical reality is nothing more than a delayed mirror. It is a shadow cast by the substance of your own consciousness. The world does not give you what you want, it gives you who you are. It reflects back to you with unerring accuracy your most dominant, deeply held beliefs and assumptions about yourself and about life. Therefore, the fastest and only permanent way to change your world is not to struggle against the reflection in the mirror, but to change the inner self that is casting the reflection. The great secret is to learn how to act as if your success, your health, your peace of mind is not a distant possibility, but a present and unshakable fact.
This is not about faking it until you make it in the superficial sense of the phrase. This is not about self-deception or empty posturing. It is about a profound form of mental and spiritual engineering. It is about deliberately and consciously choosing the identity of the person you are resolved to become, and then living from that identity now in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your words, and in your actions, before the tangible evidence has had a chance to appear in your bank account, in your relationships, or in your list of worldly accomplishments. This is the path we will walk together today. We will discard the exhausting philosophy of the chase. We will learn step by step how to embody the very essence of our desires until reality has no choice but to conform. If you are truly ready to stop chasing shadows and start becoming the substance, then make your first definite decision. Subscribe to this channel now, not as a passive spectator, but as an active architect, a co-creator of your new reality. Before you can act the part, however, you must first understand the stage upon which this great drama unfolds, the vast, powerful, and infinitely obedient theater of your own subconscious mind. For it is there that all blueprints of reality are drawn.
To understand why acting as if is not a fantasy, but a profound creative principle, you must first understand the nature of your own mind. Your mind has two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. Your conscious mind is the captain on the bridge. It sees the storm, it analyzes the map, it makes choices. But the subconscious mind, that is the great engine room below deck. It does not reason, it does not argue, it does not judge. It simply accepts the commands given to it by the captain and works tirelessly, 24 hours a day, to carry them out. It is the obedient, unseen architect of your life. Every thought you hold consistently, every idea you charge with emotion, every assumption you make about life, these are the blueprints you hand to your subconscious architect. For years, perhaps a lifetime, you have been handing it blueprints drawn by fear, by doubt, by the opinions of others. You have told it, through your dominant thoughts, I am not worthy. Life is a struggle. Success is for others.
And your loyal architect, without question, has taken these plans and built the very structure of your reality around them. It has no choice. Its only function is to build according to the plans it is given. This is why so many feel trapped, living the same reality over and over, no matter how hard they consciously work to change it. They are trying to repaint the house while handing the architect the same old, flawed blueprints every single day. The principle of acting as if is the art of consciously and deliberately walking into your architect's office, unrolling a brand new set of blueprints, and declaring with absolute authority, "The old plans are canceled. From this day forward, you will build this." And your subconscious, in its infinite power and obedience, will then begin to reorganize your perceptions, your intuition, your energy, and even the circumstances you attract to match this new, superior design. It must. That is its nature. It is a universal law.
So, how does one create this new blueprint? How do you act as if with the power that convinces the subconscious architect to begin its work? It starts with the same foundational principle of all great achievement: definiteness of purpose. You cannot act as if you are successful if you have a vague, hazy, or nebulous idea of what success means to you. A general desire for more money or happiness is a flimsy sketch, not a blueprint. The architect cannot build from it. You must create a crystal clear, detailed mental and emotional picture of the reality you wish to experience. This is your blueprint of inevitability. It must be specific. What does your success look like? How does it feel in your body? Who are you in this new reality? What is your daily routine from the moment you wake up? How do you carry yourself? How do you speak? What is your new standard of living? You must define this new identity with such clarity that it feels more real to you than your current circumstances. This is not a 5-minute daydream. This is the focused work of a master architect. You must write this purpose down. Refine it until every word resonates with power. Read it daily, but most importantly, you must infuse it with the emotion of inevitability. This is the key that separates the dreamer from the creator. You are not hoping this will happen. You are not wishing this will happen. In your mind, in the world of first cause, it has already happened. You are simply living, speaking, and acting in accordance with the fact that is yet to fully materialize in this three-dimensional world. This conviction, this calm certainty that your success is as inevitable as the rising of tomorrow's sun, is the X factor that transforms a mere thought into an irresistible creative force. With your blueprint for success clearly defined and charged with the feeling of inevitability, we now move to the first practical tool of acting as if, mastering the language of certainty. The words you use, both internally in your self-talk and externally in your conversations, are direct commands to your subconscious mind. They are the daily instructions you give to your architect. For too long, you have likely used the language of scarcity and uncertainty without realizing its creative power. Words like "I hope," "I'll try," "I wish," "maybe," and "if" are the language of doubt. They are weak commands. They signal to your subconscious architect that the plan is tentative, that failure is an option, that you are not fully committed. To act as if, you must consciously and deliberately eliminate these words from your vocabulary when speaking of your definite purpose, and replace them with the language of absolute certainty. Your new vocabulary consists of words like "I am," "I will," "it is done," and "it is inevitable." When someone asks about your new venture, you do not say, "I hope it works out." You state calmly, "I am in the process of building a great success." When you speak of your goals, you do not say, "I'll try my best." You declare, "I will accomplish this." This is not arrogance. It is a statement of definite, cultivated faith.
It is you, the captain of your ship, giving clear, unambiguous commands to your engine room. Begin this practice today. Monitor your speech. Become a guardian at the gate of your mouth. Catch yourself using words of doubt and immediately rephrase your sentence with words of certainty. This practice alone, when done consistently, will begin to rewire the neural pathways in your brain and build a new habit of confident expectation. For your subconscious mind will always listen to the words of its master. You must simply decide to speak with the authority that befits that role.
The commands you give through your language are powerful, but to be truly effective, they must be supported by the second practical tool of acting as if, mastering the physiology of success. Your body is not merely a vessel that carries your brain. It is a powerful receiving and transmitting station for energy and belief. You cannot hope to convince your subconscious mind of your inevitable success if your physical posture, your tone of voice, and your very presence communicate defeat. To act as if success is yours, you must embody it. How does the successful version of you walk? Does he or she shuffle their feet with their shoulders slumped and their eyes downcast? Or do they walk with purpose, with their head held high, with a stride of calm confidence that parts the way for them? How do they sit? How do they shake another's hand? How do they sound? Is their voice weak and hesitant, or is it resonant, calm, and clear? This is not about putting on a false bravado or becoming an actor on a stage. It is about understanding that your physiology and your psychology are an inseparable feedback loop. By consciously adopting the physical posture of the person you have resolved to become, you send a powerful, undeniable message to your own mind. Stand tall, and you will begin to feel taller. Speak clearly and with resonance from your diaphragm, and your thoughts themselves will become clearer and more authoritative. Smile genuinely, and you will shift your emotional state. Your exercise for this stage is simple yet profound. Throughout your day, constantly ask yourself, how would the person who has already achieved my great purpose be standing right now? How would they be breathing? How would they be speaking in this situation? And then simply adjust your body to match that image. By tuning your physical instrument to the frequency of success, you make it easier for your mind to hold that same frequency. You are creating a state of complete internal harmony, aligning your thoughts, your words, and your physical being with the one definite reality you are creating. As you align your language and your physiology with your new identity, you begin to activate the third practical tool of acting as if, employing the lens of opportunity. The world is not an objective set of circumstances that happens to you. It is a field of infinite data and potential that you perceive through the filter of your dominant beliefs. Your mind, and specifically your subconscious, acts as this filter, allowing you to perceive only the data that matches what it believes to be true. When your dominant belief is one of fear and lack, your mind is expertly trained to look for evidence to support that belief. It will highlight obstacles, focus on problems, magnify competition, and present you with 1,000 reasons why things will not work. This is all it allows you to see. However, when you begin to act as if success is your inevitable destiny, you are retraining this filter. You are giving your subconscious a new powerful command. Show me the evidence of my success. Show me the opportunities. Show me the path. And your mind, in its perfect obedience, will begin to do just that. The person who once seemed like a powerful competitor will now appear as a potential collaborator. The challenge that once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle will now be seen as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey to strengthen you. The lucky break you receive will be recognized not as luck, but as an opportunity you were finally attuned to perceive. The opportunities were always there. The resources were always available. The path was always present. You simply did not have the eyes to see them. By acting as if, you are developing your spiritual vision. You are training your mind to look for the good, to look for the solution,
to look for the path forward. You begin to see the world not as it is, but as it relates to your definite purpose. And when you can see the path with such unwavering clarity, walking it becomes a simple matter of putting one foot in front of the other. This ability to reshape your perception is the true X of mentality. It's the ultimate power. If you are committed to sharpening your own lens of opportunity, then make that commitment real. Go to the comments and declare, "I choose to see opportunity." It is a powerful command to your own mind to start its work. You have now learned to command your thoughts, your words, your body, and your perception. You are aligning your entire being with the assumption of success. But there is one final, decisive act of will required to make this transformation permanent and inevitable. It is a step that separates the dabbler from the truly committed. It is the act of burning your bridges. As long as you maintain a mental escape route, a plan B, a comfortable way to retreat back to your old self if things get difficult, your subconscious mind knows that you are not fully committed. It senses your lack of absolute faith in the new blueprint, and so it will not give its full, undivided power to its creation. You must consciously and deliberately eliminate all possibility of retreat. This means cutting off the sources of doubt that have plagued you. It may mean distancing yourself from the cynical and negative people who drain your energy and mock your ambition. It means refusing to indulge in the old, comfortable habits of worry and self-pity. It means making a decision so definite, so final, that you have no choice but to move forward, because the way back to your old self no longer exists. All great leaders in history understood this. When they set out to win a battle, they would burn the bridges behind their armies, leaving their soldiers with only one option: victory. You must do the same with your mental battles. This act of burning the bridges is the ultimate demonstration of faith in action. It is you declaring to God and to the universe that you so fully trust in the principles of success and in your own ability to apply them that you are severing all ties to your old reality of failure and mediocrity. It is a terrifying step, but it is on the other side of this self-imposed terror that true freedom and unshakable power are found. When you leave yourself no choice but to succeed, you will be astonished by the power that rises from within you to ensure your success.
Once you have made the ultimate commitment by burning your bridges, you can accelerate your progress by employing one of the most powerful principles known to man, the Mastermind Alliance. While acting as if is a deeply personal internal process, its power is magnified exponentially when it is reflected back to you by other harmonious minds. Your Mastermind Alliance becomes a living, breathing mirror of the new reality you are creating. You must choose your allies carefully. Surround yourself with people who already see you not as you were, but as the person you are becoming. Their belief in you, their faith in your purpose, serves as a powerful reinforcement to your own. In their presence, it becomes easier to act as if, because they already accept your new identity as fact. In your mastermind meetings, you speak of your goals as if they are already accomplished. You discuss challenges not as problems, but as opportunities that are already being solved. This collective consciousness creates an irresistible magnetic force, a vortex of energy that draws to your group the people, circumstances, and resources needed to achieve your definite purpose. Furthermore, a true mastermind serves as a source of powerful accountability. By declaring your intentions to a group of trusted allies whom you respect, you create a powerful incentive to follow through. You are no longer just accountable to yourself, you are accountable to the success of the group. This principle turns a solitary journey into a shared mission, multiplying your strength, your courage, and your persistence. Choose your mastermind alliance wisely, for it will become the incubator in which your new reality is nourished and brought to life with astonishing speed. This act of aligning with positive, powerful minds is a critical step. If you believe in the power of the mastermind, show your support for this community by pressing the like button. It's an act of acknowledging that together we are always stronger.
And so, after a period of persistent, faith-filled acting as if, reinforced by your definite purpose, your new language, your confident physiology, your lens of opportunity, your burned bridges, and your mastermind alliance, something miraculous begins to happen. The delayed reflection in the mirror of your reality begins to catch up with breathtaking speed to your new inner image. The clients you visualize begin to call. The income you affirmed begins to flow. The opportunities you trained your mind to see begin to materialize in your path with uncanny precision. This is the most magical part of the process, yet it is not magic at all. It is law. It is the natural, inevitable consequence of a cause that you and you alone set into motion. Your outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself to conform to your new, dominant inner conviction. At this stage, you will experience moments of profound awe. You will see events unfold in your favor in ways that seem too perfect to be a coincidence. You will find the right people showing up at precisely the right time. You will feel a sense of flow, a feeling that you are being carried forward by an invisible current of power. This is the experience of working in harmony with universal law, of being in tune with infinite intelligence. This is the proof. This is the moment when the faith you have been cultivating blossoms into unshakable knowing. You no longer believe the principles work, you know they work, because you have the tangible, undeniable evidence in your own hands, in your own life. You have successfully acted as if, and now your acting has become your reality. You have created your masterpiece on the canvas of your mind, and the world has now become the gallery in which it is displayed for all to see. The journey of acting as if has a beautiful and profound destination, the moment when you no longer have to act. The principles you have so diligently practiced cease to be techniques you employ and become a natural, effortless expression of who you now are. You have so fully impressed the blueprint of success upon your subconscious mind that it has become your default state of being. You do not have to try to be confident. You simply are confident. You do not have to try to see opportunity. It is all you see. This is the ultimate goal, to live from the end. Living from the end means your state of being is no longer dependent on external conditions. You possess a serene inner certainty that is independent of the praise or criticism of others, independent of the fluctuations of the market, independent of the challenges that will inevitably arise. Your success is no longer something you are trying to achieve, it is something you are. It is your very identity, as real and as tangible as the flesh on your bones. And from this state of being, a new purpose inevitably emerges. The final X factor of your mentality is activated. You begin to understand that the power you have cultivated is not meant for you alone. Your certainty, your peace, your wisdom becomes a lighthouse. You naturally begin to create a ripple effect, inspiring others, showing them what is possible, and teaching them the principles that transformed your own life. Your greatest success becomes the success you help others achieve. This is the final, most important lesson. The entire purpose of this journey is to transform yourself into a force for good in the world, to become a person of such value that your very presence uplifts humanity. Therefore, I invite you one final time. Make the ultimate commitment to this new way of being. Subscribe to this channel, and in doing so, declare that you are not just a student of success, but that you are becoming a master of it, ready to create your own great legacy. The principles have been shared. The path has been illuminated. The power is, and always has been, within you.
Activate the X within you.